Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a Stu Queen Bee's Thoughts, y'all. I'm a Stu Queen Bee. Y'all know this is my channel. We the Royal Gladiators over here because we never give up and we never give in. I hope everyone is having a blessed and beautiful Saturday. Whoever's in the bushes, come on down and say hello. So please do a sister a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channels if you have not done so. And that means a Stu Queen Bee and thoughts of a Stu Queen Bee. I'm thinking about doing a jam session later on this evening. And if anybody is down for that, make sure you put a one in the chat, in this chat right here to let me know if you're down for a jam session tonight. Okay? So like I said, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. I would appreciate that. Any videos that I do, you can share them. I don't mind. What else I can tell y'all? Oh, as YouTube likes to say, YouTube likes to say to let them know about the memberships. So I have memberships. One is 99¢, the other one is $1.99. I know people have a lot of issues going on in their members only, but my member only ain't gonna be like that. Anything said and done in my memberships will stay in my memberships because one, I don't play around with funuckery. Two, I don't sit back and talk about other people. So my other lives will be totally my members only will be totally different, and it will be up to y'all what the discussions can be or what we decide to talk about, unless I got something important to inform y'all about. Okay, so that's the memberships if you decide to do a membership. If not, that's okay. But I, like I said, wanted to pop up, say hello to the people, see what's going on with the people in the YouTube streets. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. But I just popped on because something popped in my head this morning. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to share this with the people because maybe they can come up with some answers. Because sometimes I have dreams. I don't know about y'all. If y'all dream a lot, put a 2 in the chat when you come in and answer that question. I dream a lot, and some of it makes sense and some of it doesn't. So I had a dream about some lady that I don't even know. I've never seen before. Her face was blurred, and she came to me and said, give it a minute and all will be clear. And I'm trying to figure out what that means. Give it a minute, it'll all be clear. Now, some of y'all might be into dreams and stuff like that. So if that's what you're into, maybe you can give me an understanding on what it's about. But I'm still trying to figure it out. Also, shout out to Camarel, because Camarel was showing a subject that I wanted to talk about, and it was about men and women, and the fact that our men do not protect us. And I'm trying to figure out what is the problem, because what do you think? Why do you think it's okay to put your hands on women? I feel like men that put their hands on women don't respect their mothers or their sisters or anybody else. And I say that because if you think about it, when somebody has a family member or sisters or anything like that, you will see that they show appreciation and love for them. But when it comes to respecting women in the street, they don't do that. And I'm trying to figure out why. Because, well, hey, Bugsy, baby. How you doing, honey? I hope all is well. You know I got to give you a walkthrough song. You know that. It's a must. And anybody in the bushes, come on out the bushes and say hello. This ain't no shenanigans or funuckery or no drama. Ain't none of that here. I'm just here to have a conversation and chill with the people. So let me give my sister a walkthrough song. When I walk, when I walk, when I walk,
When I walk through, yeah. I got sauce too. Came with the gang, chopper rain, get a up, shine. When I walk through, yeah, she fine. Then who brought you?
Okay. Welcome to the chat. Thank you, sis, for coming through. I appreciate you. But like I said, I wanted to sit back and have a conversation with people. I want to have a real conversation. I don't want to have no YouTube conversation. And that seems to be the problem to me. It seems like unless you're talking about other content creators or being disrespectful to somebody, people like that stuff and they live off of that and they feed off of that. Me, myself, I don't feed off of that. Now, like I said earlier, well, yesterday, I went ham because I was already in my feelings about my cousin. So I'm either in tears or I'm enraged. So the tears stopped when I finished watching tape. When I almost finished watching tape video, I got enraged. So that is why I did that flip out video over on Thoughts of Astute Queen Bee. And if y'all ain't check that out, go check that out because you might enjoy it. Because people told me I was right on the point. Because I use logical thinking. I don't just make up stuff. I don't just say stuff because I like somebody. I'm a truth teller. I'm a person that will tell you how it is, the way things are going. That's what I do because I'm honest like that. I don't like her in the middle of this. Hold on. Let me put her back where she was at in the corner. I know people think I don't be on the screen, but I am on the screen. I'm down at the corner on the left-hand side. But anyway, I need our men to pay attention and stop this madness because it doesn't make sense that you think it's okay to put your hand on women. I have an issue also with men that think they should live off of women. And when I mean that's like Offset, his sorry ass. When they make the 10-minute mark, my bad. But Offset, because he's a bum. I feel bad for Cardi B. And I'm gonna say this. I know people like, oh, Cardi B she had a baby while she was married. But Offset been cheating on that girlfriend since the beginning. So I don't think she planned that baby. But the baby here. Nothing can be done about it. But Offset keep trying to play these games in her face, and I think it's disrespectful as hell. But hey, that's how bums do. Just like Future. Future didn't want to do what he was supposed to do when he was Sierra, but now he want to keep trying to cause her problems. You want to talk junk to Russell. And I'm like, what you fussing at Russell for? Russell didn't do nothing to you. But he's raising your son that you should have been raising. But I just wish that our men would take the time to learn how to respect women. Because how can you not respect women and then want to date women? That don't make no sense. You date women and then you get violent towards them. That means you need help. And it's time for you to get that help. Now, I always tell my sons this because most men believe that it makes them a punk or it makes them weak if they cry. It does not make you a punk and it does not make you weak if you cry. That's what God gave you tear ducts for. That's what he gave you tears for. Whether it's happy tears, sad tears, whatever tears. That's what God gave you tears for, to cry. So stop letting people make you think, my black men especially, that is not okay to cry, because it is okay to cry. Sometimes, most of you men, if you would get some tears out, that anger and rage that you have inside of you may loosen up. But I want everybody, especially the younger fathers, learn to have some real conversation with your sons. Stop talking about, because I know a lot of men I've met, even in my family, wait until their sons get 18, 21 and want to take them to the strip club. Don't take them to the strip club. Take them to somewhere that they're going to get some knowledge from it, because strip club, there ain't no knowledge there. Take them somewhere to an aquarium. I don't care if it's aquarium, if it's the zoo. I don't care if it's the what is it called? MLK building. I can't think of the name of it right now because I'm still half asleep. I'm awake, but I'm half asleep. They're already deleting, getting rid of all Black history books. That's what they're trying to do. So please purchase as many Black history books that you can for you, your grandchildren. Hey, Auntie Greta. 6 degrees. Ooh, gosh, that's cold. Yeah, our snow is supposed to come between today, tomorrow, into Monday. I'm like not beat for it. Let me give Auntie Greta some love. I'm doing this from my phone, which I really don't do that much from my phone. But I just felt like going live. I was like, I'm kind of bored. And I'm like, my house full of Black history books. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people need to go get them for their families, for their kids. I'm in the wrong spot. I thought I uploaded it back over here. I'm gonna get this one to Auntie Greta. Hold on.
God, this chapter, write it. It's all about you and me. This chapter, right here, is where I grow with you. This chapter is where you will strengthen me, where you will push me and prepare me. In this chapter, I will learn more about your love. I will learn about the...
Okay, I had to get that one to Auntie Greta. Hey, Auntie Greta, how you doing, love? But that's what I need people to go out there and start buying, y'all. Even if you hold them on for yourself. What she say, my friend said the library was selling off Black books for 10. Isn't that nothing? Oh, God. Well, then people need to get to the library and get to buying them some Black history books because they are trying to erase us from history. And for them dummies that's trying to do that is hilarious to me. Because without our history, they have no history. They keep talking about their forefathers. They can talk about their forefathers. People like to say our forefathers. Those are not our forefathers. Yeah, they trying to erase us from history like we don't count. We ain't here. Like I said, if it wasn't for people of color, and I do mean people of color, there would be no history. Those books would be so thin because everything they have done, they have stolen. Like they continue to do now. They steal everything. They can't look at the Orange Demon. He over there trying to steal Greenland. He think he done stole Venezuela. But that's what they do. So I want people, and I'm being serious about this, I want people to take the time to go get you some Black history books. I don't care if you don't ever read them, but get them, hold them for your grandchildren, your children, whatever, because they need to know their history. They need to know who created what. Because a lot of people think, oh, they swear this white person made this thing when they did not. They didn't make it. They did not make it. They did not make it. They stole it. It's like they stole this land. But I need y'all to get some real Black history books in your life. Did you hear another person? Yes, I did, Auntie Greta. It's like about 5 people they have unalived over there in Minnesota. They just don't care. The little one that told this lady that was recording, and he told her that she can record all she wants, but that she's a terrorist because she was videotaping him. So what they're doing now is anybody they catch videotaping them. I watched it on Roland Martin. Anybody they catch videotaping them. Nope, I watched it on Joy and Reed. Anybody that starts videotaping them, they're going to take up their information. They're going to take up your car tags, and they're making a database of anybody that did that so they could go after those people. Hey, bugs. Okay, marching in Minnesota. Now, in Sub-Zero. Well, yeah, they got to. And I ain't trying to be funny, but a lot of them people voted for that dummy. Yeah, my cousin bought some Black History books. My auntie that passed away, she bought some Black History books for my son when he was a baby, and I still got them. So whether he hold on to them or I hold on to them, we got them. So I said, don't, I know I need to get some more because there's a lot of stuff that people still don't realize. Just like I'm tired of them always trying to talk about Christopher Columbus discovered America. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he did not. Christopher Columbus showed back up again. That's what that was. He ain't discovered America. This land was already here. Now, what was me and my cousin watching last night? We were watching because I like hauntings and stuff like that. I like weird stuff like that. I do. Because I believe in spirits. I don't know about anybody else, but when they were talking about spirits and the house that they did that they made poltergeist in, that house is really haunted. They showed it. And if y'all watched that movie back in the day, you should remember the scene where the lady fell into the pool. Come to find out, when they made that movie, what's his name? Steven Spielberg is who did it. They wanted to use, or they did use, some real corpses in that scene, which I think is absolutely insanity to do. But when they dug that hole up, that's a Native American land that they dug up, and people wonder why that house is haunted. I said that's why, because they mad. Hey, Monique B, what's up, love? How you doing? Good to see you this Saturday afternoon. Let me give you some love. Hold on. I'm gonna do this one just because I can.
Made for thrones, not fake shit. I don't chase, I check. I don't follow, I flex. I'm made for bigger things. Tell the room I said what I said. Big body blessings, big boss moves. Try me and end up a lesson. They talk about me in rooms I don't enter. I haunt them like regret, make them bitter in the center. I'm that.
I love that song. I hate they only let you do a minute of it. Half of them be less than that. I'm okay. I'm in a good mood, so that's a blessing. I'm in a good mood, so that is definitely a blessing. I have to figure out what day I'm gonna go visit my cousin in the hospital again. I just want his eye to go down a little bit because that is really messing with my mental. So I'm in a good mood right now. Trying to stay in this good mood. But I just want men to step up. Even with that Anton, whatever that boy name is, and that other guy that was arguing and fussing and fighting, and they punched that lady in the face, I hope he go to jail. Cause it's like, why do men think it is okay to put their hands on women? Who taught you that mess? Who told you that was okay? Now I will say this, and some people may get mad. Ain't nothing I can do about it. But now I did tell my son this. Well, I'll say my son because the one I gave birth to, that's who I told. I said, listen, don't put your hands on women. Keep your hands to yourself. I said, but if you run across one of these crazy bros that like to put her hands on people all the time and she don't stop, pop her one good time and she'll stop. I did tell him that. I said, and get away from her. I said, because nobody should have to go through that. Thank you, Monique. I appreciate the prayers because listen, y'all just don't know how broken my heart fell to pieces when I walked in that hospital room. I've never seen my cousin sick because I don't really get sick. He don't really get sick. But for him to get that sick to have a stroke from a sinus infection is bananas to me. And I hope the person I told to get they behind to the doctors took her ass to the doctors because she was talking about the same symptoms, and that's scary. So, sinus infection caused a stroke. So that is mind blowing to me. But anyway, let me get off of that before I get all extra up in my feelings. So, like I said before, I want people to take the time to go out and purchase you some Black history books for your children or your grandchildren. Get them now before they burn them and destroy all of them, because that is what they are trying to do. They are trying to erase every Black person from history that has done something positive. They want to Orange Demon talking about the civil rights hurt white people. How? When they already had their rights. Hell, if it wasn't for if it wasn't for the all the fighting and marches and all that, hell, Caucasian women wouldn't be able to vote either. They wouldn't even be able to get a bank account, because before they couldn't get a bank account without their husband's approval. And ain't no way in the world I could live in a world like that where a man tells me what to do 24/7, 7 days a week. No, I ain't in jail. I ain't going to jail, but I ain't in jail. Praise up for you, family. Thank you, Auntie Greta. Yeah, it's ooh. I've never seen anything like it. I ain't gonna lie. And it broke my heart, something terrible. But God is good, and he's doing a lot better than he was. I didn't see him the first couple of days. I'm gonna say this. It's not that I don't care, but you know how back in the day when you were kids and people would take and flip their eyelids up and their bottom lids down. His bottom, his because I can see it in my head. His bottom of his eyelids are pulled down, so you can see all the pink in it, and his eyes are swollen. So that blew me away. Both of his eyes was like that the first couple of days he was there, but the nurse told me, she said they're way better. So when I seen him, one side of his face looked better. But that really that to me, I didn't think it would do that to me. That's my cousin and I love him, but we don't really talk no more. We used to talk all the time when our kids were younger, but I don't see him that much. So to see him before Christmas, I didn't get to see him Christmas. Christmas was at his house. I didn't get to see him for Christmas because I thought I was sick when it wasn't. I was sick. But I can't get that vision out of my head. I'm trying very hard on Brit's block / Brit Brat told me I got to think of him in a different way. And I'm trying my hardest to do that. So that's why I'm trying to stay. Another reason why I'm trying to stay busy. And that's another reason why I popped up on YouTube, so I get out of my head. But I want people to really, really take what is going on in this country serious, because they snatched the disabled lady out of her car. They have unalived, I think, 2 more Black kids. One is Caucasian, one is Black. They keep popping up at people's doors talking about they got a search warrant. I actually have videos of a district attorney that ICE popped up at their house. They need to defund ICE is what they need to do. Because that man, that ICE agent told on they whole crew about, yeah, they got a database and they putting all of them in it. I said, oh, okay. So be mindful if y'all see the ICE agents outside. Be careful with that. If you know anybody that that's in your neighborhood that you cool with or whatever, or you talk to your neighbors, keep an eye on your neighbors if they are people that are not from this country, even if they from this country, hell, because hell, they snatching up U.S. citizens, so they really don't care where you come from. But keep an eye on your neighbors. This is the time that we all need to stick together. I know it's annoying that some people be like, yeah, no, I'm not helping them. But helping them is helping us. And that's real talk. Because if they messing with them that bad, just imagine what they're going to try to do to us. Just saying. But let me break up the monotony and I can get out these extra thoughts. I'll give y'all our little girl. Nana baby. Shall she trip? I got to get some more videos of her. But I just wanted to break up the monotony a little bit so I can get out of my feelings. That's all that was. Got to give me a good giggle or a laugh or something for me to do that. So, as I was saying before, I want everybody that have sons, grandsons, great grandsons, buy them some history books because they need to know their history before they wipe our history off the face of this earth. Now, I said, because I think stupidly, and I know stupidly is not a word, but I always say it anyway. I think stupidly, they're doing all of this. Who gonna run half the stuff? Like, first of all, most of the people that work for the government are black, especially if they live in DC. Most of them are black. But y'all keep rolling up on people like someday somebody not gonna get y'all back. I want to know, why do they have weapons? Because they didn't have weapons at first. So keep an eye on your neighbors. Please make sure that they are good, especially if you know them. Make sure that they're good. But if you don't know them, just keep an eye on them. And that's real talk. Keep an eye on them. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Trying to get out my head. Hold on. What else I was going to play? Hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to woosah real quick. I did. I had to woosah real quick. But anyway, like I said, people purchase some Black history books because, again, they're trying to remove them. They don't want to give. They're stopped giving money to the federal through the federal government to Black colleges. So they're trying to make sure that people can't get no loans or anything for school. So stay on top of that. If you know people in school, if you have grandkids in school, if you have kids in school, tell them to be mindful to check all their information and make sure nothing is messed up, because they're trying to do that to the people. And like I said, I just wanted to see what's up and what was going on with the people, because a lot of people are stressed out. I know I'm stressed out. And I don't like the way the country is rolling. Auntie Greta just now. So there are so many people out there freezing in the freezing cold. Yeah, because they standing up for themselves, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it because they should. Because they are destroying Minnesota. He's turning Minnesota into a war zone. That's what he's done. That's what he's done. He's turned this country into a war zone. China is getting away from the United States. They're gonna mess with other countries. I stole that graphic. I don't know what I did with it. Let me see if I have it. Let me see if I have it. Because I will pop it up right here. And I was like, they are really getting on my last nerve. I wish somebody would get him the hell out of there. I try not to claim stress. Demons will not win. They won't, but sis, I like I tell y'all all the time, I suffer from anxiety and depression. So when stuff like this get to me, it irritates me. And it make me want to knock somebody in the head. Well, ICE agents are thugs. They are. Like I said, they didn't even come. Most of them are border patrol. So that means y'all popping people at the border, because most of them are border patrol, and most of them I still believe are a piece of those people from January 6th. That's why a lot of them hide their face. I don't care what nobody say. And now other people are starting to say. I heard 3 people say it on Roland Martin, and I was like, yeah, I've been saying that since the beginning. Because all these people just popped up out of nowhere. And if you got all the ICE agents on the streets, you got all the ICE agents on the street, who at the border? I think the man Said I know sis. Well, don't turn on the news. Said the man had a gun. He probably did. And you know what? I think that's a free carry state too. Bugs. I think that's a free carry state. Is what I think it is. I seen the videos. I don't watch the regular news because I don't trust them. I just don't. If I'm not watching Don Lemon or Joyce Ann Reed or Roland Martin or Monique Presley or Jasmine Crockett or Indisputable or something like that. Other than that, I don't watch the regular news. I watch MS Now since the other part of ABC is gone because the Orange Demon messed up all them contracts. That's why people are always, all these companies are trying to merge together to make sure they don't lose no more money. It's what I say all the time. If you trying to make people poor, you try to make everybody poor or get them out this country that they never asked to come to. You ain't gonna be able to eat. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Yeah, I listen to Roland Martin and them, and that, other than that, I go on by my business. Because if not, I would stay mad all day. Something to pop up in my feed and piss me off. So I definitely don't sit and watch them all day. I refuse to watch the news all day. I don't see how anybody could sit and watch the news all day. CNN is goofy, so I definitely don't listen to them anymore. I don't care if the man did. Exactly. They have no business messing with people. They mess with people and think it's okay. Y'all are knocking down people's doors. They even had the nerve, that man, that black man that they locked up, that had his son with him, that they snatched out of his car and left the car unabandoned. But then gonna try to charge the man with abandoning his son. What happened to warning people? Warning people. They ain't there to warn nobody nothing. They don't care. They just want to make sure that they do what the Orange Demon got them doing. That's why I always say we living in the purge. We are living in the purge. And if you've never seen the purge, not one of them, you need to watch the purge. Hell, probably the last one, because I will tell you, qualified immunity is involved. But you know what? What's his name? Hakeem Jeffrey says they don't have immunity. They think they have immunity, but they don't. They are not law enforcement. They don't have immunity. The only person that has immunity is that fat Orange Demon. That's the only one that has immunity. All the rest of the people out here, unaliving people, they don't have immunity. They think they do because that's what the Orange Demon told them. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what we lived in the purge. I'm telling you. Oh, just like in the last, remember in the last purge that I watched, it was all these rich people. They knew it was getting ready to come. They all was in this house together and was partying through the whole thing while the streets was, all hell was breaking loose on the streets. They locked down their house. Those the rich people. So if you wasn't rich and had a good amount of money to be able to equip your home without people breaking into it, they was coming for you. And then they were allowed 24 hours to unalive whoever and however many people they wanted to. That's why I say we living in the purge, because that's what he let those them fake ICE agents do. And I said fake ICE agents because I don't believe they really ICE agents. So they want to put everybody on lockdown. You trying to make everybody stay in the house. You don't want kids to go to school. They showing up in churches. They're showing up at courthouses. Even the sheriff from Philadelphia said, yeah, they're not going in the courthouse, but they're standing outside around the courthouse and snatching people when they come out of court. I'm like, this is insanity. This is not America. We don't have a president. We have a dictator. We have an orange dictator that thinks he has the right to Venezuela. Some of this shit I just laugh at because I'm like, dude, you can't run with Venezuela. You don't even know how to run America. Then you talking about you're gonna take over Greenland. Then people ain't think about that. That man is nuts. I think he halfway got dementia. He be coming up with stories and it don't make no sense. Britt probably taking a nap. I forgot to message her until I was live. She gonna cuss me out later. But this was just a quick pop, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna jump up here, see what's going on with the people. Kamala said he would turn the million miracles. Exactly. They tried to tell him. They ain't want to listen. And I still don't understand why people are so scared for a woman to run this country. They always try to use her cycle as an issue. Oh, they're too emotional. They're too this, they're too no. Women know how to get shit done. Men don't. Men cause chaos and disruption, just like they're doing right now. That's what they're doing, causing chaos and disruption right about now. So then people are really crazy as I don't know what. So with that being said,
you a different type of delusional when you try to seek revenge on people that you created problems with. Oh God, you are definitely delusional when you make up so many fantastical, outlandish lies about a person to where you even start believing those lies to be real. Oh my God, what in the world? You real delusional if you play victim in the story when you are really the monster. You the villain in the story, baby. And you play victim. That's real delusional for you to try to pretend like you don't know why a person don't rock with you or why they don't like you. Why they delete me? Why they block me? What I do? What you mean what you do? Like, there's no way that you can pretend like you ain't the one who's been creating the problems. Jumping from phone to phone to phone to phone with different stories to try to tear somebody down because you don't feel good about yourself. Oh my Lord.
Listen, she coming, Auntie Greta. She's definitely coming. But they're delusional because they're trying to tell the press one thing, but we get to see other stuff from our own eyes, with our own eyes, what happened. And they're trying to change the narrative of what the heck is really going on. They credit this mess so that they have to fix it. Black folks standing down. Yeah, black folks standing down because black folks tired of marching. We've been marching. Our ancestors been marching for forever, and they'll never consider us equal, even though most of us are smarter than they dumbasses. They will never consider us as equal. They always think we are below them. But now they got a problem. That's why they messing with the colleges, because they don't want black folks going to college or going to school to get smart. They want them to be stupid and illiterate like them, like the Orange Demon, because he don't know what he be doing or talking about. Yeah, for Evan, we are done. Exactly. Now, you start messing with black kids a lot, then you're gonna see a lot of black faces on the streets. Just know that. But I'm gonna say I'm proud of a lot of the people, and I'll give it to the Hispanic people. I'll give them that. They've been fighting back and they ain't playing. They will not let some of them people there not letting them take their family members, and I give them props for that because they ran them damn ICE agents off, and I was laughing. I was like, ooh. It's a whole group of y'all. But I think that's when Orange did decide to give them weapons because they did not have weapons before. And I hope they all continue to slip and slide all over the ground because, child, I've been laughing at them when they're falling all over the place. But let me get our girl real quick because this is how we talk and we don't play no game. And we serious about our shit.
We live in a country that's so full of shit, so don't criticize me just because I can't get with your grammar, your lingo, your doing your thing. Oh, I'm wrong because I like blackjack and your ass like bingo. Oh, no, I don't think so. This is how I talk. You think I'm going to listen to people like you when I see, hear, and read all the shit that you do? The same country that exploits us and uses our skills for profit and gain, but our brothers they kill, and my naive sisters you manipulate so well need to just wear a sign saying sex for sale, but only corporate pimps will make an attempt to market that product, and they do it well, because if you sell your own body, your ass going to jail. This is how I talk. Just because I don't say it how you tell me I should, that don't make what I'm saying misunderstood. I talk like I want to. I'm just being me. I feel justified and I just feel so free because I've experienced up close your hypocrisy when you stole away my identity, then told me that I'm supposed to be me and tried to trick a bitch by telling me I'm free. This is how I talk. This is how it's going to be. Until you explain to me some foul shit about you, I'm going to talk just the way that I choose to. See, I really don't think you got my best interest at heart. I'm not being rebellious. I'm just being smart because it's really not easy to live in a nation that's okay with welfare but not reparations, trapping you in a system and calling it help. Shit, just open up the door and I'll get it myself. This how I talk. This all I got left, to say what I want to and in my own way, and I'm going to utilize the right while I got it today, because if the right people get pissed, they're going to take that away. Don't forget that in schools it's illegal to pray. Don't hate on me because I call what I see. Just don't fear the truth because it will set you free. But this freedom we speak of, it comes with a price. Don't lose your strength because you're trying to be nice. Go ahead and piss somebody off once or twice. I guarantee you it'll be worth the sacrifice. This is how I talk.
Okay, that's how we talk. And Adele is right. And a matter of fact, I need to find how old this video is, because however old this video is, this video matches the time right now. They trying to take away our constitutional right to speak and say what we want to say. They don't want us taking pictures or nothing. They trying to lock people up for taking pictures. That's your right. They trying to get people for protesting, like that's illegal. That is a part of their constitutional rights. So I am so sick and tired of them always trying to take away our rights. But I do keep saying also, on the flip side of that, that Constitution was never written for Black people. It was written for the Caucasian people, the melanin deficient people. It was created for them. It was never created for us. And me, I don't even like talking about the Constitution, honestly. Because again, it wasn't made for us. People of color, the Constitution had nothing to do with us in mind. Only people it was trying to cover was Caucasian people, melanin deficient people. That's the only people it was trying to cover. Was not trying to cover us. And still ain't trying to cover us. So, what you got to do is think harder, think smarter, not harder. Because they expect everybody to walk around with their passports in their pocket, their ID, hell, damn near their birth certificate to prove that they're American citizens. Don't nobody walk around with their passport unless they're going somewhere. And I ain't going nowhere. I wouldn't get on a plane. I'm too paranoid as it is, and I ain't never been on one. But I ain't getting on one as long as that demon and his flunkies in charge. I will not get on an airplane going nowhere until they are out of office. Because the FBI ain't safe. Coin Patel. The pilots and flight attendants and stuff, people is leaving because they got sick and tired of being furloughed and not getting paid. There's not enough air traffic control people to keep an eye on all the planes in the air. I'm not getting on nobody's plane going no damn where. That rhymed, but I ain't mean it to rhyme. But I'm not getting on a plane going nowhere. Nowhere. I don't trust nothing they do. I'm not getting no vaccines. Like I said, I will stay in the house, which I do mostly anyway. I don't want to catch nothing that's out there floating around in them streets, because these couple of little viruses that's running around, they are lasting too long for people. Some people are sick for 3, 4, 5 weeks. I don't want none of that. None of that. But I pray for everybody that's going through something. Shout out and prayers to my girl talking shit with Shauna. You in my prayers, sis. Can't tell your business, but you're in my prayers. Because I wouldn't do that. But she's in my prayers. And anybody going through anything, no. Always, no pun intended, that God is in control. Don't think you can say what you want or you can make things change. You got to give it to God, because you've been to run yourself raggedy. And that's one thing I know that I had to learn to do, is put it in God's hand and let him handle it. and get me out my feelings because I am in my feelings. So I'm gonna play this song because this song gives me life. I play it every day, and I actually made it my ringtone. So that being said, let me play my song. Some people don't like it, that's their business, and it's okay. But I love it, so I'm gonna play it. Always remember that. That's my personal reminder every day. No matter how stressed out I am, if I ain't stressed out, I play that song like 3-4 times a day to settle my mind and not think bad thoughts. That's what I do. Music, they say music soothes the savage beast. I say that's me sometimes. Because when I'm angry or upset, I need some music or something to calm me down. So that's what that song does for me. Other song does it for me too, but Pastor Mike ain't answered my question yet. So I don't want to keep getting struck for it, but I will, and then dispute it. Bug, who is alone in Texas? Yeah, I was just going to ask, who's alone in Texas, Bugs? Or the 5-year-old. Yeah, like what the hell? Why would you leave him alone? Like you snatched the father out the car and left the little boy. And they're having a problem with people. Even the police department is having a problem with these ICE agents snatching people out of their cars, busting their windows and stuff like that, and just leaving their cars wherever they snatched them from. They're not pulling them over to the side. They're leaving them in the middle of the street. It's crazy. Oh God, I pray for each and every family in Minnesota because God knows. Yeah, they left him by himself. I'm like, y'all are crazy. I said, and I bet you all of them got a bunch of kids at home. They don't care about nobody else's kids. Because my thing is, who's going to pay for those cars being tore up? Who's going to pay for them kicking in doors illegally? Because it ain't legal what they're doing. Nothing they're doing is legal. So every last one of them, when they get their names and stuff, they're going to be in trouble. And I can't wait. Because honestly, they're going to mess around and they're going to jump their asses in certain states. And then people going to retaliate on them. I promise you that. I ain't going to lie about it. They're going to retaliate on them ICE agents. And then they're going to stop fucking with people. Excuse me, Auntie Grant. They're going to stop messing with people. Because it don't make no sense. America look like a bunch of idiots. We look like the weakest country on the planet. No snow right now, Auntie Greta. They took him all the way to Texas from Minnesota, and his mom and family was right there. Ain't that crazy? Why you didn't have to ask the father for the mother number? Auntie Greta don't have none. They decided they want to let them go or not, and that's the sad part. That's why I said they're gonna end up retaliating on them, on my ICE agents, because they sick of them. They sick of them. They want them gone. I want them gone. They need to fund the whole damn ICE program and send them people back to Border Patrol where they came from. Yeah, I'm telling you, they popping up at people's kids' schools. All right, Bible, you keep popping up in my way. And thou Bethlehem is the land of Judah, art not the least amongst princes of Judah. Okay, I'll play that later. But yeah, man, they are on same scene. They're to a school teacher. Yeah, like it's crazy. They pulled over. Oh God, that made me so mad. Because I'm like, yo, I want somebody to snatch one of their family members. That's what I want. I want another group of ICE agents to snatch the ICE agents' family and see how they damn feel. That's what I want. I want one of them ICE agents that don't know who is who to snatch one of their family members and see what happens. Because they're so disrespectful. You rolling up in hospitals, schools, churches, courthouses, playgrounds. They're going anywhere they could find some people at. And that is sad. We ain't Americans. We living in a dictatorship. We living in a purge with the dictator. That's what we're living in. And I'm disgusted by it. Like I was at thank you, Auntie Greta. I was at I told y'all yesterday about young man that came up to the side of the window and said, "Is there a problem?" I said, "That Caucasian man, away from me. You don't work for the parking authority. Get your ass away from me. What you want?" I want to know what the problem was. Ain't no problem. Well, I'm trying to get out. Well, you're gonna have to wait until the daggone parking attendant come. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I was like, and what you questioning me for? They're so emboldened that they think they can walk up to people and say whatever they want to say. No, that don't work. Because he was about to get cussed out. And I had to pull myself together because I was like, all right, I'm already pissed and in my feelings as it is trying to leave this hospital. And you come and asking me some dumb questions, you gonna mess around and hurt yourself. That's how angry I was. But that's what they're doing. And they have no consequences against it. And that's part of the problem. See, I'm going to say this. And this wasn't even supposed to be about politics. But if the government, if all the Congress, all of them, Congress is Democrats, so they can't really do too much. But the Senate and the higher courts, they're letting that demon do whatever he want to do. And that's sad. Because it's like, y'all from here too. That's why I said, I don't care if they deport Nicki Minaj. She keep running off of her mouth, deport her ass. I don't care. You ain't even a citizen here. And you talking junk about black people here. And you run around with this orange demon that hate people like you. And you run around here capping for him. Girl, have you lost your ever-loving mind? She has had to have lost her mind to do that. She just had to. Because there's no way in the world that you should sit there and go against your own people. Because, girl, I guess maybe she don't think she black. I don't care what country she came from, she black. So she get mad or whatever. She done sold her house, then took her house. But apparently they're going to let her stay there for a minute. I guess until she get whatever she needs to do. Or her friend Donald Duck helps her out with finding somewhere else to live. Hey, Gloria Lacey, how you doing, love? Welcome to the chat. Let me give you a good welcome. Hold on. Let me give you a proper welcome. What's wrong with you? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go.
When I walk through, I got sauce too. Came with the gang, chopper rain, get a up, shine. When I walk through, yeah, she found them who brought you.
Walk too. Okay. Welcome to the chat, love. How you doing today? Happy Saturday. That's why I said I'm in a good mood, because, honey, I would not be screaming happy Saturday. I do have a Saturday background. I don't know what I did with it. It's probably just on my phone. But anywho, like I said, that orange demon has given them, he's trying to give them immunity, but they don't have immunity. He's trying to get them immunity, but they ain't gonna get immunity. I can't wait till and even Congress said they wanted to find out how many of those ICE agents is part of that January 6th. I said, it took y'all long enough. How many months it took y'all to figure that part out? And then they offered them $50,000 to sign up to be on ICE. To be an ICE agent, they are offering them $50,000. Y'all don't even barely pay regular people $50,000. Unless they've been working for a long ass time or they got a good ass job. Because other than that, that ain't like that. It ain't like that. It's just not. They don't care. And now you get to see how people really think about you. That's one thing I take from this. You get to see what people really think about us as Black people. But like I said earlier, make sure you guys got some Black history books so you can teach your grandkids or your kids or whatever some Black history. Because like I said, without our history, they asses would have no history. Why I say that? Why does Astute say that? Because if the Black folks, the slaves, was not birthing their babies, breastfeeding their babies, teaching them how to wash up, all that other stuff, they wouldn't know nothing. They'd be still running around here acting like savages. Well, some of them are still acting like savages, but it is what it is. But we need people to get it together. We need people to keep an eye on your neighbors, especially if you're cool with your neighbors. They just don't have to hide it anymore. Exactly, Gloria Lacey. They are putting it out there straight, front and forward. So that's why I said we get to see what they really think about us by the actions that they're doing. Auntie Greta leaving. Bugs, what you talking about? It ain't nighttime yet. Bugs, did I miss something? Because I ain't see Auntie Greta say she was leaving. Bugs, stop confusing me. I love you, but you just confused me. I ain't see Auntie Greta say she was leaving. But anywho, I ain't planning here to stay this long. I plan here to be here for a few minutes because it was supposed to be just a pop in. But like I said, please, 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 my people, get out there and get y'all some Black history books for your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, because they are trying to erase us from history. And y'all need to get them books in whatever you could find for Black history. Take them to the museums before they try to tear them down, because I think he's going to try to tear those down. Hell, he already destroyed the East Wing of the White House. So I hope our ancestors are whooping his ass in there. I'm just saying. But I've been on here for an hour. That's how I know I can talk when I'm in a good mood and I'm awake. But thank y'all so much for coming to hang with me for this hour. I really, really appreciate it. Let me give y'all, I'll pass the mic. Let me see which one I'm going to use. Then we're going to get out of here.
People ain't my problem. Because when I get fed up, I'll cut you off. Places ain't my problem. Because there's certain places I don't even want to go no more. What's killing most of us is preferences. Preferences. So what am I talking about? Put this in your notes. I want to talk about the danger of preferences. At first glance, preference seems harmless. It's just a personal choice or an inclination. So if you had to define preference, preference defined is a personal choice, an inclination. But when preferences go unchecked, preferences can become a prison that locks us out of what God has for us. Why is that important, PMJ? Here's a good note for you. Because preference can lead to partial obedience. Michael, preference can lead us to partial obedience. This is good. And partial obedience is still disobedience. If I tell my son to clean up his room and all he do is make up his bed, he didn't do everything I told him to do. Which means some of y'all think that the delay in your life is the devil, when typically the devil does mess with you. But the delay in your life ain't the devil. The delay you experience is God saying, I can't do my part till you do all of your part.
Okay. And that's a fact. So thank y'all again for coming through. Anybody catching this on the replay, please hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit the reaction button. Let us sister know how you're feeling, what you think on the inside, down in the chat. I truly appreciate it. And to everybody else that came through, thank you. Auntie Greta, thank you, Bugs. Thank you, Miss Gloria Lacey. I appreciate y'all for coming over and hang with me for a bit. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. Oh, Monique. Ooh, my bad, Monique. Chat. Monique be so quiet. I be forgetting she here sometimes. But I appreciate you, Monique, for coming through. I really, really do. So with that being said, y'all have a wonderful afternoon. I might catch y'all sometime later. And like I said, if somebody's down for a jam session, I'm gonna post it on my community wall on Thoughts of a Stu Queen Bee, and y'all just answer that question over there if y'all want to have a jam session tonight or not. If not, I will holler at y'all later. And with that being said, my beautiful people, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. And it is a Stu Queen Bee out.